Hello guys, long time no see. So yeah, welcome to this video. It is going to be a budget with me video. I'm going to do a little bit of life update, what's been going on, what's my plan for my channel moving forward as I jump back into filming, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna jump right into it. Excuse the lighting. First of all, I'm trying to film during nap time, and also my ring light that I used to use broke, so I definitely need to get a new ring light because like the natural lighting and the overhead lighting just doesn't cut it, especially like certain times of the day that I'm probably gonna be able to film. But we're gonna jump right into it. This is a Humble Beginnings budget planner from Sara Marie Stickers. I do use her stickers for the Make It Pretty. I will have some changes going forward for 2026, and we're gonna jump right in. Real quick, in my monthly view, I do track my expenses. I have 5 categories that I'll write out here for my weekly check-ins, and I use tracking stickers, which going forward I'm actually going to be trying out Planner Kate for January, so we're gonna see how that goes. And then I'm also switching back to the EC monthly. So let's get into it before I lose any more lighting. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are having a nice holiday season. It's been so long since I filmed, so I don't even know what I'm doing. Also, yeah, my budget has just been crazy, so I just like to highlight these just to kind of break them up. My budget has been all over the place, you guys. I'm going to be real. I have not been on track with a lot of things. I haven't tracked a couple months. Mom life has just been crazy, absolutely for the best way, but it's just been an adjustment for me. I definitely have like a Velcro baby. She loves being with me. If she sees me, she like wants me to hold her, which she's now six and a half months. And she is getting a lot more independent, which is nice. So she can like sit and play on her own, and she like sits up. And then we also have like an activity center that she really likes to like sit in. So like if I'm trying to do dishes or cook or something like that, I can put her into those things, or put her on the ground and she'll just like play with all of her toys and stuff. So it's actually been really nice. That's honestly a big reason why I haven't really filmed, is because I just don't, when she's not sleeping, she's with me. And when she is sleeping, she sleeps like 30 minutes per nap, which she's actually been getting a lot better with. I don't know what happened, but it's been the last couple weeks that she has been getting at least 1 hour and a half nap in, and it's usually later in the day. She sleeps pretty good at night, so I'm very grateful for that. She only gets up around 3 or so to nurse, but sometimes honestly the hubs will get up and just kind of, you know, soothe her again, and then she gets up about 5:30, and I'll nurse her then and put her back down until about 7:30. So in my weekly check-in, I like to track 5 categories: groceries, eating out, gas, parking, and personal. And so I do that every week based on the expenses that I put in this view. I am going to do a November closeout. I haven't been filming or anything, and this is literally my first video I've filmed in a very long time. But I sat down, she's napping, and I was like, you know what, let me see if I can film this. I might as well film it if I'm going to set up my budget. So I do plan to do a November closeout, and then moving forward for December, I want to do my weekly check-ins on camera. That is my goal. So moving on to my budget, there are a few. I am back to work. I went back like middle of September. Super part-time. I only work like 2 to 3 days a week. So my income is pretty low right now for the restaurant. I do things, some things online. I am a life insurance agent, so I do that part-time as well. So I do that in the cracks of my day. That's been a little bit minimal as well with just the way her schedule is, but recently I picked up a lot more. So that's actually been really nice to supplement some income in that way. And then I put bonus, and this is just any kind of like cash back I may get, returns, Rakuten check, things like that. So I'll put that in there. So yeah, that is my 3 sources of income. And then we're going to go into my expenses. So variable expenses, these are going to be things that change every month. And my rent changes because my water, my sewer, my trash is included into my rent, and those change every month. So it's always variable. And then groceries. My budget has pretty much stayed the same, minus a few categories I've added or changed amounts. Groceries, we're looking at $3.50, and that's been working pretty good. Eating out, you guys, I have been over this category for the last few months, and I think it's just because of convenience. A lot of times it's like, oh, I don't have time to cook, or I just need to get better at prepping. Like, and she goes to bed about 7:30, 8 the latest. So I just need to be better about spending that time in the evenings to set myself up for the next day, so I'm not seeking out convenience. Gas is $200 I budget. Parking, I do have to pay for parking when I go to work. Most times I can park in front of our restaurant. We have like a loading zone, and that is free. Sometimes you do risk the chance of getting a parking ticket because it is a loading zone, but even though that is like our space in the front, we don't really know why they ticket it. I don't know. So if I do park, I have to pay. And then personal, I'm gonna budget $100. This is another category I've been all over the place on. I've just kind of been not really paying attention, really, you guys, and I have not been cash stuffing. So I have a goal this month to actually put some money into my sinking funds. Electric, I'm gonna budget $100. My electric has been out of this world, insane. I don't know what is going on, and I think little miss is starting to wake up. Little crazy girl. Okay, sinking funds, I'm gonna try to put 200 into my sinking funds. Like I said, I have not been stuffing them at all. And so yeah, they've been kind of just stagnant. I haven't really been spending out of them either. I am gonna rethink my categories for January and kind of move some money around based on like our lifestyle and our needs now as new parents and whatnot. So yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing that. I had this up because I didn't do it on my little like mock sheet. 1200, 350, 100, 200, 75. I have been going and getting my nails done. I have been having that as like my self-care day, and I go about every 3 weeks, and I get builder gel, and they actually last really a long time. So that's been like my one treat, like basically once a month I'll go and get it done. And I haven't been putting money into my self-care envelope or pulling money out of there. I've just been using the money and the cash that I make from work and just going and treating myself. So yeah, I definitely want to start getting back into putting money aside, and that way I'm tracking things and being way more intentional with my spending, my savings. I've been saving like lightweight, but nothing like I should be doing, honestly. Okay, so over here for fixed categories, these are going to be categories that stay the same month to month. and they do not change. So my Acorns is $53. I do put $50, and then there is a $3 charge. My car loan, I did get a new car in, was it April, I think, or March of this year. And so that payment is $449.06. My Apple Music and Memory together, that is $20.98 a month. And then my dental is $12. Vision is $17. And then my car insurance, this actually recently changed. Uh-oh. Okay, time out, guys. Okay, so Little Miss, which my daughter's name is Aya. I don't know if I've shared that. I absolutely fell in love with Aya. Aya Plans, her name, ever since I found her channel, looked up the meaning of her name. I absolutely just fell in love with it. And I think it's just so beautiful. And so when we were coming up with our list of names, that was on my list. And I didn't know how my husband, or fiance, we're not married yet, I just always call him my husband, was gonna feel about that. So when we found out we were having a girl, I said, babe, send me your list of names, because he had already started a list. And Aya was on his list. And I was like, wait, how have you heard of this name? And so he had told me how he found out about the name Aya. Long story, but it's like this earthquake in Turkey, and the baby found within the rubble that was still alive. They named her Aya because it means miracle. And so we both had this name that's so unique and not very common on our list, and that's just kind of been the name since day one. And we kind of went back and forth on a couple other names, but Aya just stuck. So yeah, our daughter's name is Aya, and she is almost 7 months old. It is crazy. It's just been so wonderful being a mama, especially to her. She's just truly amazing. And she's growing so fast. It's just so crazy. Everyone keeps saying, like, enjoy it, slow down as much as you can, and really take it all in. And I really have been trying, which I'm glad I only work part-time, because I feel like if I worked more, I would be missing out on so much. Okay, back to budget. Car insurance, I already talked about. This had actually gone down a little bit since September. It was like $10 more. Health insurance is $89.48, which this is probably going to go up quite a bit in January, which is unfortunately. Life insurance is $273.57. And then we also opened up a life insurance plan for Aya, and my portion is $100, and then David pays another $100. This is obviously a life insurance policy. If something were to happen to her, if she were to get sick, ill, or injured, there are living benefits that are in it, but it's also a savings plan as well. So it does grow with the money that we put in there. It does compound, and so it is a way of saving for her future as well. So that's what that is. Storage is $40. We do have a storage unit off-site. We did that once I think it was after our baby shower. The storage that we had here was just not a lot of space, and we're paying the same amount as we did here. So 40 is my portion. We're paying the same amount as we did here, but it's like double the size, and it's literally just down the street from us, so it's fine. And then this is a app that I pay for. Yeah, so I don't remember what I was talking about, but yeah. So moving forward with my channel, I do plan to share all my budget videos, my monthly budgets, my closeouts, my weekly check-ins. I'm not 100% sure how much I'll share for cash stuffings. I think they'll probably be kind of random, maybe twice a month. Not once a week. Definitely not what I was doing before, because like I said, I'm just not working a ton when in the restaurant, so I'm not bringing home a lot of cash. And so a lot of money is just, most of my money is in my bank account, and I just don't have the time to go to the bank and pull out money and then sit down and put money aside, which I wish I did. Maybe, you know, in a couple months when she's a little bit older, I can do that too, a lot more independent. Like right now, it's nice. She's just sitting here playing with her toys. So, we'll see. I don't really know. But my goal is to mainly share my budgets, my weekly check-ins, my budget closeouts. And then I'm not going to set this up yet because I haven't. Honestly, I could just bring my numbers over. I just keep bringing the same number over from month to month because I've not put any money into my categories and I haven't spent any money. Well, actually, I did spend some money out of David's last month in November, because it was his birthday. And what else? So I could probably pull a little bit of money and change some numbers. But that is my goal moving forward for 2026, is to just share my monthly budget, closeout, my weekly check-ins, just to kind of see like what my spending is, get back to being really more intentional about my spending. Like I said, I have been doing my weekly check-ins, but not super religiously. I'll like track, and then a week will go by and I'm like, oh crap, let me see what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh my God, I spent almost $200 on eating out for the first half of the month, you know, that type of situation. So I want to be a lot more aware and intentional with my spending, but aware of also like where my money is going, because I just kind of have just been like all over the place and not really putting any mind to it. I'm writing numbers down, but I'm not being intentional with like my goals of saving. So yeah, I don't know. That is my goal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys will stick around. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you subscribed. And please say hello down below. I'm probably, like I said, I haven't filmed a video in so long. I'll definitely be sharing more of like life and everything in the coming videos in the coming month of December, just as a way to like catch up and everything. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys are all doing well. Sorry I have disappeared, but I really have just been like really just closing in on my family and really taking that time to be present and be, you know, a new mom. And it's been a little challenging, not gonna lie. Like, not like the lifestyle change, but just like the demand of being a new mom and to having a lightweight Velcro baby. So but I'm glad that she is being a little more independent, so that is nice. I'm getting a little bit more independence, which is beautiful too. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know how you guys are doing. Say hello down below if you guys are a returning subscriber. I miss you guys so much, and I can't wait to film more videos and chat more with you guys as these next few weeks as we close out the year. So all right guys, that is it. I'll see you guys in a video real soon.